Mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook. So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
A live look at I-270 just south of Clarksburg, Maryland. The traffic apparently is slowed down because of snow, though the roads look wet.
Well, like I said, anytime there's some flakes falling, people always want to be a little extra careful, maybe a little more brake tapping, and I think that just slows things down. You know, it is, 4:30 Eastern time now, so people beginning to leave work, and so more people out on the roads as well.
Right. Temperature just above freezing, and that's critical.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks so much for watching us here on Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. Well, there are two big weather concerns we have this afternoon. One is more immediate, the one that's producing the snow in Maryland, including a threat of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Now, we'll monitor that situation. We'll have a look at the one that's happening right now in just a second. Then we're looking to the weekend for a new weather system and some big question marks that surround it.
Absolutely. Still uncertainty with our forecast models. This is a look at Monday's forecast, and this is from the U.S. or the GFS model. The rain and snow line, that's that blue line, and you can see it does have that low just to the east of Norfolk with snow showers showing up. Anywhere you see the green, that would be north and west of that rain snow line, Dave.
But let's start with the Clipper moving through the east and the problems we could have.
Well, actually, Dave, we want to show them the Euro map, because the Euro map, notice it's not too different than what we're seeing in the GFS on Monday. They're coming into a little better agreement, but this isn't just the latest run. This runs twice a day, so we're going to, or 4 times a day, we should see this change a bit as we work forward in time. We're going to be watching for more agreement and a little bit more certainty with the forecast as we move forward. So those are looking at current conditions, and they're putting those in, and then they're giving us their best forecast guess as to what will happen. So we're going to be monitoring that closely. More immediately, we've got a Clipper system working through parts of the Midwest and the Northeast. Right now, we're looking at snow for Detroit and Toledo, rain for Cleveland, Ohio. You can see 36 degrees is their temperature. Down into parts of Maryland, it's rain, snow being reported in Washington, D.C., although, as Dave pointed out, the temperature is in the upper 30s, so that will melt on contact with the roads. Don't expect slick roadways in D.C., but as you get out into some of those surrounding areas, temperatures could dip below the freezing mark like we're seeing in Hagerstown, and there on bridges and overpasses you could encounter some slick spots. Snow continues up into parts of Pennsylvania. The snow still falling around State College. You follow 80 over towards Hazleton and towards Danville. We've got the snow coming down there, down into south parts of Pennsylvania. Snow also likely will pick up around the Harrisburg area. Not too long, though. We're not seeing a ton of snow activity. This is going to be a quick inch or two, more nuisance snow. New York City, you'll see snow showers during the overnight hours. Again, it will be light, but could cause some impacts to the morning commute. It's New England that's going to see the highest accumulations tomorrow. Parts of Maine up to 1.5 feet of snowfall. Dave.
Thanks, Alex. And the next storm to move across the country, which we're calling the cross-country storm, will be a lot more significant than that one for a lot more people. Now, this is not the forecast for tonight. This is the forecast for the next storm, which hasn't even made it into the country yet. It's going to move in through Arizona and New Mexico over the next 24 hours. D.C., snow on Sunday night, chance of snow, and Monday also. So this could have an impact on next Monday's commute both ways if we have to go into work at all, depending on, how much moisture, the cold air, that kind of thing. It's a split pattern. Northern branch is bringing a Clipper with cold air southward from Canada, and the southern branch is hooked into the tropics. And between the new cold air and the tropical moisture, That's going to make life very interesting out here from the plains all the way to the East Coast. There's our general storm track right now, and it'll be critical once it gets over to those big cities on the East Coast. If you're on the left side of that track or the north side of the track, you're on the colder side of the track, the snowier side of the track. If you're on the south side of the track, in this case with our European model, in say Norfolk and down into the Carolinas, it would be all rain. It would be all or mostly snow, New York City back to Pittsburgh. And then how far north determines how many people get significant snow in places that just had significant snow. Long Island, New England. Here's our forecast for Sunday. Snow ending in Kansas City, couple of inches possible. Then heavier snow through the Ohio Valley. Then a mixed bag over to cold rain in Nashville, Tupelo, Birmingham, and Atlanta. And then depending exactly where the low is here, that will determine the rain-snow line across the mid-Atlantic states and also how far north that heavy snow gets. So you folks in Boston, you're going to get a quick shot of maybe an inch or two tonight. Then keep your eyes on this one for next Monday. Alex, back to you.
The Northeast certainly doesn't need another storm. From the air, you can see just how much damage the last one did along coastal Massachusetts. The town of Marshfield endured blizzard conditions for 14 hours, the longest of any New England town. Residents there saw a devastating high tide that caused a massive storm surge. Officials say waves were so high they crashed over the tops of homes. And they also destroyed the home of a Massachusetts man. He tells our Dave Malkoff he survived the storm, but not without it leaving its mark on him.
The ice is melting here, but the destruction is everywhere. Look at the home behind me. You see the sky? Well, that sky is the Atlantic Ocean. The storm literally punched a hole through the home. It's a total loss. And you may be asking yourself, was there someone in the home at the time? The answer is yes. The waves are still crashing, but the damage is done here in this lobstering community just south of Boston.
It started getting worse and worse and worse.
Tide rose and the frozen storm took out about a dozen homes. Tim Maddox called this place home for 50 years. That was until Juno took it down, with him inside.
Well, this is the worst one I've had.
And you went through 78.
Yep, 78, 91, you know, the no-name Halloween storm. That was a good one, too.
That gash on his face, it's where a sliding glass window sliced him.
Oh, the wood frame got me. Bang.
Nearly knocked out and bleeding, Tim ran outside, the storm still raging.
You know, I jumped in my truck and made it to the end of the driveway, and that's when I called 911. I finally called 911. I should have probably called it earlier than that, but I thought I could get out of the driveway. No way.
The blizzard lasted for 14 hours here. The seawall crumbled, flooding the streets in 3 to 4 feet of icy water. But Marshfield police came and rescued their friend anyway.
Looks like you lost. Try to take on Mother Nature again.
Well,
Mother Nature took the lobsterman's house and nearly his life. And now 22 stitches and the thousands who live here will put this seaside community back together again.
these storms are just, they're worse. Everyone's worse, it seems. Every storm gets worse. One tide did this. One tide. Usually it takes 3 or 4 of them to build up to a damaging storm. Here, you know. One tide.
Yeah, and a nasty high tide as well. The storm was just pushing all that water onto the house and everything around here in the neighborhood. It was so cold that it froze on contact. And as you can see, a lot of the stuff is still frozen, just thawing out right now. In Marshfield, Massachusetts, I'm Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel.
And you know, in the Northeast, there's too much snow and ice. In California, not enough moisture. Ahead, the city that's about to go the entire month of January without a drop of much needed rain.
Then swallowed from beneath the water. The one place in the world with the most underground sinkholes. And it's closer than you might think as Weather Center Live continues.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Let's go from our little girl to all grown up. Let's say out with the old and in with the options, like that one, or those, with features like this. Let's get exactly what we imagined for less than we thought, and turn a modest budget into a majorly stylish bath. New bathroom? No problem. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Shop stylish vanities in-store and online.
Sometimes at last doesn't happen at first.
Your dad just kissed my mom.
Turning two worlds into one takes love. Helping protect that world takes State Farm.
There's nothing more romantic than a spontaneous moment, so why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any income or credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-661-0312 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kits, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
There's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-661-0312 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
I'm here in the lab with Kim Cunningham, and we've got some breaking news on a brand new named winter storm. Kim, what do you have?
All right, we got Winter Storm Carrie now, and this is the clipper that we've been monitoring, watching it go across the Ohio Valley. Now we have warnings issued just to the north of the Boston area. We'll show you that right now, where you see the darker blue indicating where the winter storm warnings are. And Dave, it looks like right along that 95 corridor in New England.
Yeah, just exactly where we don't need any more significant snow.
Exactly, especially when we're talking about some areas picking up 3 to 5, maybe even more than that in parts of eastern Maine. So we still have winter weather advisories in effect for parts of Pennsylvania. Again, once the system moves offshore, we'll start to see some accumulating heavier snows here for New England. And it's all because we're watching this clipper moving by, and as it does, the cold air is going to be sitting into this region, and we're going to stay cold, so it's going to be an all-snow event.
Now, this is not going to be a big event for New York or Philadelphia or Baltimore or Washington.
No.
But it's once the clipper becomes a quick nor'easter.
Right.
Just east of Boston. It's going to be a nor'easter from there northward.
Yeah.
So it'll be northeastern New England that gets the worst of it.
Right. So if you're in New York City and southward, this one really is not going to have much impact on you. We will see some gusty winds along the coast too with this, Dave. And we're following the upper level system, which is now moving into eastern parts of Ohio, western parts of Pennsylvania. Again, that will track up in this direction. We'll see the low deepen off the coast, but it will move away fairly quickly, but not before it dumps some decent snows in some areas.
Sure. Now, it's very dry in eastern Pennsylvania. There's no snow falling, not even in Harrisburg, but it's about to start.
Right.
Just right, this area right in here, that's where our snow is. So it's a quick inch or two, and that's it.
Right.
But then the storm bombs out tomorrow.
Right, and then we get some moisture wrapping in from the Atlantic, and that's where we're going to see some of the heavier snows. We've got some snow getting ready to come into Cleveland, to Erie as well, and to Buffalo. Again, mainly light. Typically, clippers, without the moisture, we don't see much with this. But again, once it gets that connection just offshore, we'll see some heavier amounts.
So there's the primary low this evening, but then watch.
Yep.
The surface low jumps over to the east coast, and that's where it strengthens.
Exactly. We start to see the moisture coming in around the area of low pressure. That's again in this area right here. So anywhere Boston northward is where we're going to see some of the heavier snows.
Hartford, New York, Philly, you're out of it.
Yeah, right. Okay, maybe an inch or so, a couple inches, but again, that's, I think we can handle that, but it's really up here that we're going to see some of the heavier snows.
That's the big show. Thanks a lot, Kim.
Sure.
Let's head back to the studio with Alex.
All right, well, NBC's Carrie Sanders ventured underground into a Florida sinkhole for a unique look at this rare phenomenon.
When a sinkhole begins to open, it is often dramatic, swallowing entire buildings, or, as was the case in the Louisiana Bayou, an unbelievable sight, a stand of 40-foot cypress trees, gone within seconds.
Sinkholes buried alive.
Nova on PBS examines these spectacular events in their special, Sinkholes Buried Alive.
I started digging with my hands and stuff, trying to get to my brother, because I thought I could hear him yelling and screaming for me to help him.
Sinkholes occur around the world, but geologists believe there are more in Florida than anywhere else on Earth. We joined Nova's Brett Hemphill at Devil's Den for a rare look deep inside a sinkhole.
About 60 feet below the surface of the earth. What is this? This is an example of Florida limestone. Looking at what used to be the floor of the ocean, believe it or not.
Sinkholes here develop when limestone is soaked by rain. Thousands of years of raindrops seep through the porous limestone to the underground aquifer. But during a drought, that aquifer drops, and the limestone, weakened by the erosion of the rain, often can no longer support the weight of the earth.
This happens without warning, and it just sort of opens up?
As the limestone eroded over millions of years, one day, boom, the ceiling just opened up.
And then you have this giant cavern.
And this beautiful place now exists because of it.
All this debris you see actually used to be a part of the ceiling at some time. This here used to be up there, and that was the ground, and now it's filled in. Correct.
Predicting sinkholes is a challenge. Nova's Hemphill ventured a little less than a mile into the aquifer, an uncharted hidden river. A scientist above pinpointed his exact location. He was 280 feet below a 4-lane highway. All the makings for another sinkhole?
It's like a trap door. It could happen at any time.
Hi,
the things that happen on your shiny surfaces, disinfecting has to be one of them. Clorox Disinfecting Wipes.
There's enough pressure in our lives. Now, Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries are like the no-pressure zone. Imagine salespeople who'd rather listen to what you want than tell you what you want. And great-looking, affordable furniture everywhere. That makes you just want to sit down and never get up. Just walk right in and let the comfort happen.
Don't miss incredible savings throughout the store on a wide selection of great-looking furniture.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Homer, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Weekday mornings, Jim Cantori, Sam Champion, and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ, starting at 7.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here, and that's just Sam.
Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sir, we're gonna need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu with the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. It breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
Shopping online is as easy as it gets. Wouldn't it be great if hiring plumbers, carpenters, and even piano tuners were just as simple? Thanks to Angie's List, now it is. Start shopping online from a list of top-rated providers.
Visit angieslist.com today.
And I turn around and there's 3 rattlesnakes.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't worry, Rob, you're covered.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
Heartburn.
Did someone say burn? Try Alka-Seltzer Relief Chews. They work just as fast and are proven to taste better than Tums Smoothies assorted fruit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. Enjoy the relief.
Eating pizza during the season means free pizza after the season. What a country.
Order now through Super Bowl Sunday at papajohns.com and you'll get a free pizza starting Monday. Use promo code Super Bowl at checkout.
Better ingredients, better pizza,
better football.
Papa John's.
Attention, hip replacement recipients. If you had metal-on-metal hip replacement and suffered serious injuries or revision surgery, you may be entitled to a cash award. DePuy ASR and Stryker Rejuvenate and other hip replacement devices have been under FDA review. The FDA is aware of failures and dangers of all metal hip replacements and has raised concerns about high metal concentration in patients. Common injuries include early failure of the device, metal blood poisoning, bone fracture, dislocation, tissue damage from metal debris, and hip pain. If you had a DePuy ASR, Stryker Rejuvenate, or other metal-on-metal hip replacement implant and suffered serious injury or revision surgery, you may be entitled to a cash award. Time is limited. Call the number on your screen if you suffered serious injuries or revision surgery from your metal-on-metal.
Maxwell's is now open in the Driftwood Plaza of Jupiter. Gold, silver, coins, diamonds, jewelry, paintings, and objects of art. If you don't want it or wear it, sell it to Maxwell's. We buy and sell diamonds of all sizes, clarity, and condition up to 10 carats in size and above. We have decades of experience buying and selling gold, coins, diamonds, and objects of art. Maxwell's, located in the Driftwood Plaza on US 1 in Jupiter, Florida.
Esurance was born online, which means fewer costs, which saves money. Their customer experience is virtually paperless, which saves paper, which saves money. They have smart online tools, so you only pay for what's right for you, which saves money. They settle claims quickly, which saves time, which saves money. They drive an all-hybrid claims fleet, which saves gas, which saves money. They were born online and built to save money, which means when they save, you save, because that's how it should work in the modern world. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
Best in guided travel. 855-714-8687.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Breaking news as we approach the 6 o'clock hour Eastern, or 5 o'clock hour, I should say, Eastern time. We just named a new winter storm. It is called Carrie, and we want to get more on the system.
Storm specialist Kim Cunningham joins us from the lab with the latest. Kim?
Hey guys, yes, we do have Winter Storm Carrie now, and this is the clipper we've been watching move across the Ohio Valley. It is going to deepen a little bit off the coast of New England, and it's going to bring some, well, unfortunately, more snow, some impressive amounts here to parts of eastern Maine, maybe northern parts of Massachusetts. So we're going to show you right now where we have some of the warnings. It has now met our criteria to name this winter storm. Boston northward, we have winter storm warnings now in effect here. We have advisories for parts of Pennsylvania, even Washington, D.C. under a winter weather advisory. Syracuse, upstate New York under an advisory as well. But the winter storm warnings mainly into Maine. It looks like in north parts of Boston and northwest of Boston. So the upper level system we're tracking is this right in here on our water vapor imagery. See a little swirl right in here? That is what's going to move off the coast, and then we're going to see the area of low pressure deepen. As it does, it's going to bring some of that heavy snow back into parts of Maine and into maybe just north of Boston. So by Saturday, this is where the trough in that system is going to be off the coast. So it's a pretty quick mover. It'll be in and out of there. Before it does, though, it is going to drop some snow, and we're going to see some gusty winds right along the immediate coast as well. So Saturday, we have the offshore winds at this point. So Saturday, much quieter, but now we're seeing some of the snow coming into parts of central PA. Philly, you're going to see a little bit of snow here, especially where you see some of the darker blues back in here. That's indicating we'll probably have snow coming down. Baltimore, just about to change over. Then in Buffalo, Erie, some snow too, all around that area of low pressure. We're going to track this eastward. Now, out ahead of it, we're going to warm up a little bit. So want to mention, it's not out of the question that we might see a little bit of rain starting out in Boston. Then the cold air comes back in around the system, and we're going to see change over to snowfall in Boston. And then especially here along the east coast of Maine, we're going to see some heavier amounts of snow. So here's our forecast. We're tracking this east with it 1 to 3 inches overall, 5 to 8 inches where you see the purple. Again, some of the heavier snows into Maine, just north of Boston, maybe Salem area. We could see maybe 5 to 8, but maybe 3 to 5 in the Boston area. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kim. While Winter Storm Carrie came out of Canada, we've got another storm that's coming out of Mexico. Right here, look at the high and mid-level moisture. We've had some sprinkles around Phoenix this afternoon. Rain is moving in here. We could pick up an inch of rain over the next couple of days in the Valley of the Sun. So this is the track for clippers like Juno and also for Carrie. This one will be named because it's bringing a lot of moisture in here from the Pacific at upper levels and from sitting over the Gulf of Mexico, the tropical areas there. That will converge over the plains. While that's occurring, a new batch of cold air comes southward from Canada. So as opposed to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine for winter storm warnings, this is going to be a large area. Here comes the new batch of cold air, and here comes the low, which is drawing up the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and from the Atlantic Ocean. So there'll be many more states this time, included probably in advisories and warnings. One of them could be you here in Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and points eastward early next week. There's our 32-degree line. North of that line, right in here, we can expect some snow and more than you're going to get this evening in Philadelphia, believe me. That's if this track is right, and the computer models are now starting to converge, bringing low pressure off the east coast near the Delmarva Peninsula. That locks in the cold air that's already in place. We had 9 states this morning below zero in spots. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, and New England. That was it. The coldest place in the country with all that snow on the ground, and we could get a new fresh batch of snow. St. Louis, Indianapolis, Columbus, Cincinnati, Morgantown, Pittsburgh, and then finally back to the East Coast. Rain and sleet right now in Washington, D.C. That's not going to last very long, but by Monday it could be all snow and it could be significant. Back to you. Back to you.
We're back after the 60-second break.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Eastern, and we have breaking news. We've got a new winter storm. It is Carrie, and it's going to drop snow on cities that just got clobbered by Winter Storm Juno.
Many more counties just added to winter storm warnings in the past 30 minutes. That prompted us to name it.
Exactly.
Right into the Boston metropolitan area. Boston on the left, sunny day today. Sunny and cold. Listen to this. Western suburbs of Boston, Norwood, 13 below this morning over that snowpack.
Very cold under that over that snowpack, and they're going to be under more snowpack as Carrie moves in. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. Well, this has been our Eastern Clipper we've been tracking all day. We had freezing rain in Michigan, some accidents there. Now we've got snow in Pennsylvania, Maryland, parts of New York State.
The big event coming tomorrow, at least the big accumulations with this storm offering up to a foot, even more into parts of Maine. So let's get more on this newly named winter storm.
Here's storm specialist Kim Cunningham. Kim, you're live in the lab. You've got the latest for us, right?
I do. And, you know, Sarah was just telling me 5 million under some kind of an advisory here in the Northeast right now. And as you mentioned, winter storm warning up for the Boston metro, especially north of town, where we think some of the heavier snows will be. So winter storm Carrie, let's update you on where these advisories are. The light blue indicating winter weather advisories right now, a band of snow coming through parts of Pennsylvania. Then, not yet, but then once the low gets off the coast, we're going to see the snows developing here into New England. So at least right now it's somewhat quiet. That is going to change. The upper level feature we're following is this one right in here. Okay, that's with our clipper. So at least right now, it's still a clipper. We're still expecting maybe a couple of inches as it moves east. Again, once it moves off the coast is when we're going to see this thing deepen a little bit and then bring that moisture back in and get some snow out of this. So looking at the system here by Saturday, it's well off the coast. The trough is off the coast. So we're going to watch it move east over the next 24 to 36 hours. Now, once it moves by, those winds will switch around to the northwest and we will be back in the drier, but we will see some gusty winds with this setting up, especially here along the coast. So light snow right now in eastern Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, it'll be coming here pretty soon. Baltimore, seeing a little bit of a mix in there right now. This is not really going to be any kind of a freezing rain, sleet event. Probably you might see a little bit of rain in some areas mixing in with some snow, like in Cleveland. That's what we're going to see here. Buffalo, light snow. Again, this part of the system, we're talking about light snow. It's once it gets close to the coast and then off the coast where we actually are working with some warm sea surface temperatures, warmer temperatures is offshore, that we're going to see this start to deepen, plus the upper level system interacting with it. So 1,006 millibar low right now in northeastern parts of, in the northeast anyway, at 5:30 a.m. That's where we are. But notice out ahead of it, we're going to warm up a little bit. Temperatures actually coming up right here along the coast, and we'll talk about what that is going to mean in just a minute. But overall, most of you will see all snow with this event, and then by Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning, it's off the coast to 990 millibars. That is a deepening area of low pressure, and when they deepen, especially when you've got high pressure to the northwest of it, you'll start to see that pressure gradient increasing, and that's where we're going to see some of the winds picking up. And of course, notice how cold we are. So it's going to be cold and windy Saturday here for New England, but the snow should be tapering off. So Thursday, we're going to put this into motion now. We'll see the snow coming in, maybe a little bit of light snow in New York City. There's that rain I was talking about, or actually the warmer temperatures along the coast, where we will see maybe initially a little bit of rain in Boston, but then it's going to change over to snowfall, and that'll be the case maybe right here, maybe east of I-95, and then changing over to all snow. So by Saturday morning or midnight, looking at snow, especially here in the Bangor, tapering off in the Boston area. So when it's all done in Boston, you guys will see maybe about 3 to 5 inches additional to what you've already gotten here with Juno. Farther north, Maine is going to take the brunt of this one, 12 to 18 inches possible. But overall, especially here into the mid-Atlantic and into upstate New York, maybe 1 to 3, maybe 2 to 4 in that area. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Cam, and we're going to keep you posted on Winter Storm Carrie, but then we want to focus on the storm that comes after Carrie. Could bring some problems to the Northeast. Still some questions, but we'll talk you through what we know, what we don't know, and why. We've got that upper level disturbance to end the week down over the Four Corners region. That's drawing in moisture. Up to the north, some upper level disturbance is going to bring some cold air down, and they're going to meet in the middle as that storm system develops. And as we go through the weekend, we'll see rain, snow, and a mix across the middle part and likely the eastern part of the U.S. Where exactly this system goes, still a bit uncertain. Let's look at Monday morning with our Euro model. This is the European model, and you notice that it has that area of low pressure right off of the coast of Norfolk. That shows that we've got some heavier precip closer to the coastline into the northeast, with likely showers further off towards the north and west. On Monday morning, that USGFS model also has that area of low pressure very similar to where the Euro was. Very close to Norfolk. That rain snow line shows rain to the south, some snow to the north, and maybe a little heavier precip closer to the coastline. So still not exactly on track with where we expect this to be. We're not seeing exact similarities or exact replicas of this area of low pressure. Here's the Euro model ensemble on Monday. And again, it also has that area of low pressure a little bit off towards the east of Norfolk and Washington, D.C., and it shows the best chance of precip, at least snow precip, in South Jersey. So here's our Weather Channel forecast for now. We're going to continue to tweak it. We've got snow from Pittsburgh to Columbus to Indianapolis over towards St. Louis, with snow showers around Chicago and Cleveland. Rain and snow where you see the pink through parts of Kentucky and West Virginia. Then on Monday, snow showers around New York and Boston, with the best chance of snow into South Jersey and then down through the Delmarva Peninsula area with rain and snow further off to the south. But Dave, we're going to continue to watch this and tweak that forecast.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days ago, people on the East Coast are wondering what happened to winter. Well, Winter Storm Carrie could bring some more snow to Boston on the heels of Winter Storm Juno, of course. More snow is not what you want in a place like this. And to give you an idea of the challenge Boston still faces, our own Jim Cantore took to the streets of the city today.
Hey guys, we're on Fulton Street here in the north end, the beautiful north end of Boston, and you can see there's no place to put this snow. Other areas of the city are going to be taking it, melting it, getting it out of here, or bringing it to yards. But in here, you got to shovel yourself out. I mean, if you haven't shoveled yourself out, your car is pretty trapped right in the snow. Let's get out here for a second and just take a look at this. This is kind of amazing. Actually, I'm going to point this right toward this vehicle because I just want you to see how caked in this thing is. Wow. So think about it. It snows 2 days ago. There's a couple feet of snow on the ground. It gets plowed and pushed and packed. It's heavier. There's salt here, so that's melting the snow. There's adding water weight to this. So, you have a vehicle like this, which I have actually no idea what it is, but it's just caked with snow and also some of the slush that's been pushed on the side of the road and salt. So some of this is just sitting on the hood, and all these cars are pretty much tip to tail here in terms of what we got. So a tough situation here in Boston. There's more rain and snow in the forecast. Monday certainly could be a much, much bigger event. But in here, all the residents are telling me is they just have to wait till it melts. We'll keep you posted here from the north end. Back to you.
A snowstorm's moving through the Northeast.
And
pretty weak right now.
Yeah, but we've got more on Winter Storm Carrie.
I am never getting married.
We're never having kids. We are never moving to the suburbs. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Olive Garden's new 8 Under 8 lunch combinations featuring 2 new house-made flatbreads, like our Pizziola flatbread, layered with Italian meats and cheeses, and our fresh and flavorful Mediterranean flatbread, plus super salad and breadsticks. 8 Under 8 lunch combinations at Olive Garden.
You used to sleep like a champ. Then boom, what happened? Stress, fun, bad habits, kids. Now what? Let's build a new, smarter bed using the dual air chambers to sense your movement, heartbeat, breathing. Introducing the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology. It tracks your sleep and tells you how to adjust for a good, better, and an awesome night. The difference? Try adjusting up or down. You'll know because Sleep IQ tells you. Only at a Sleep Number store where you'll find the best buy-rated mattress with Sleep IQ technology. No better sleep with Sleep Number.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
Current. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every Sunday, the Titans of Weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
If you're running a business, LegalZoom has your back. Over the last 10 years, we've helped 1 million business owners get started. Visit LegalZoom today for the legal help you need to start and run your business. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
You pay your auto insurance premium every month on the dot. You're like the poster child for paying on time. And then one day, you tap the bumper of a station wagon. No big deal until your insurance company jacks up your rates. You freak out. What good is having insurance if you get punished for using it? Hey, insurance companies, newsflash. Nobody's perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
The best part about going to Walt Disney World just might be staying at a Walt Disney World Resort Hotel. From royal encounters to royal rooms. And pirates to paradise. The magic never has to stop. And now you can save up to 30% off a select Walt Disney World Resort hotel room. Book your stay now and discover how close the magic can be.
Thanks for staying with us here on Weather Center Live. We are breaking in with information about our newest named winter storm. This is Carrie, and you are getting a live look at Interstate 380, I-380, near Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Some snow on the ground. Traffic moving okay. And, you know, for much of the Northeast, this isn't a big snowmaker day. For a lot of spots, they're going to see 1 to 3, 3 to 5 inches. But as we get into New England, that's where we're going to see quite a bit of new accumulation in spots that already saw a lot.
That's where the storm's going to bomb out. It's going to be a last-minute kind of thing. You know, the snow hasn't even moved in. That snow that we just saw on the ground from the last storm.
Right.
So we're going to get a little snow in here, Wilkes-Barre and Scranton over the next couple of hours. Flurries or light snow tonight. That'll be about it. But once the storm moves out to the east, then we got problems. This looks nasty, doesn't it? As it heads towards the Chesapeake Bay.
Perhaps a little little bit of a melting there. You know, when we talk about the reflectivity looking like heavy rain, perhaps some sleet pellets melting as they work closer towards the ground. Baltimore, you've got that wintry mix at 33 degrees. You know, I know it looks tough, and you see the snowflakes falling, and it makes you want to brake and drive a little bit more carefully, as you should. So it might add a few extra minutes to your late day commute. And through parts of Pennsylvania, we have seen some snow showers, very light up into the northeastern part of the state, with a little better chance back on Route 80 and down towards 78 in Harrisburg.
Just an occasional light snow there. Then we cross over New York City. Notice there are no warnings there, no warnings in Philadelphia. That's good news. But upstate New York, you're going to get into some snow, and especially near the coast, as you talked about. That's where that darker blue is.
Right, and that's where we've got the best chance of some high accumulations, especially up into Maine, Bangor, and areas surrounding it. 1 foot to 1.5 feet of new snow through Saturday morning, and just about the entire state of Maine could see 8 to 12 inches, or will likely see 8 to 12 inches out of this, as well as northern parts of New Hampshire.
Some of the places that got hammered from Juneau are not going to get hammered this time. Boston's going to get, what, 6 inches, give or take?
Yeah, so for them, a manageable snow, but it's just coming on the heels of a very big snow. So as we've been calling this, you know, adding insult to injury. Through Saturday morning, there's your snowfall that we're predicting. 4 inches around Boston, lesser amounts out towards the Cape.
This is great news. Yeah, the wind isn't going to be as strong. Tides are not going to be an issue, and we're not going to have heavy snow there. But as we head north, especially into north side of Boston and into New Hampshire and Maine, that's where it gets serious.
Absolutely. And, you know, we've got higher amounts up into Maine. Still winds a little bit breezy to gusty at times with this clipper, especially Friday into Saturday. And that's not it. Nope, we've got another system to watch. Let me tell, I'm going to break the bad news to America for now. This is the next system, or at least part of the next system. Water vapor imagery showing some of that moisture streaming up into the Four Corners region, where we have seen rain down into parts of mainly southern Arizona. You can see some returns up into parts of New Mexico and northern Arizona, but overcast for Flagstaff and Albuquerque, with temps in the upper 40s and low 50s in those spots. Tomorrow, rain for Phoenix if you're heading to the Super Bowl. I know you're going to have the rain showers. Don't worry, just in time for the game. Sunshine will be out on Sunday. Rain and snow where you see the pink, snow showers in the areas shaded in blue. So that would be into parts of New Mexico and southern Colorado. By Saturday, we've got rain from Texas to Oklahoma to Kansas and Missouri. Still dealing with snow back into parts of New Mexico and Colorado, and that rain and snow where you see the pink. And then that system will head further off towards the east. Still some uncertainty, though, as to exactly where this will go. As we get into Sunday, we think central Midwest part of the country, and then on Monday, at least mid-Atlantic Northeast. But what we do know, or what we know at least to have a better certainty on, is how much we're going to see into areas in New Mexico where they need the snow. High elevations there could see up to 1 foot. That's the dark purple. This light purple, 5 to 8 inches, with around Aspen 1 to 3 inches possible. So Dave, this system will be then trekking east, and we've got more on that as well ahead.
We're really in an active pattern, huh? Thanks a lot, Alex. Well, the latest track on newly named Winter Storm Carrie just ahead. Then we track the storm after that one. How far north will snow reach in places such as Kansas City, Indianapolis? The tricky forecast. Coming up, what you need to do to prepare.
Who wants pizza roll? This game day fun harder with Totino's Pizza Rolls.
I have the flu with a runny nose. Better take something.
Theraflu Severe Cold won't treat your runny nose.
Really?
Alka-Seltzer Severe Cold and Flu relieves your worst flu symptoms plus runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is. Mommy!
There's nothing more romantic than a spontaneous moment. So why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
Nailed it. You're right, that was really easy. I know, I told you so. On Progressive.com, you can compare our Progressive Direct rates with our competitors' rates, so shopping is easy. You don't sound like Flo. Yeah, I do.
Who are you talking to?
What?
What's on your hand?
My wedding ring. Symbol of our love and understanding.
Comparing rates for you. Now that's Progressive.
Nailed it.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
It was. Grab your pickaxe because now there's even more gold to be found in Florida. Introducing the family of Gold Rush scratch-off games from the Florida Lottery. 5 Gold Rush tickets to choose from with a top prize of $3 million. Now there's more gold than ever. Play the $1, $2, $5, $10, and $20 tickets for a chance to win your part of over $700 million in total cash prizes. The Gold Rush family of scratch-off games. Get ready to strike it rich from the Florida Lottery.
Don't miss the biggest auto event of the year, the 9th annual Boca Raton Concours d'Elegance, February 20th through the 22nd. This year, we celebrate the history of Cadillac and the 50th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. The festivities begin Friday night with our exclusive hangar party. Saturday, Howie Mandel provides the laughs following our gala dinner auction. And join us Sunday for the Concours d'Elegance, showcasing some of the world's finest antique and exotic cars and cycles. Details at bocacde.com.
800-399-2752. That's 800-399-2752. 800-399-2752.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, low 55. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunny skies, high 77. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Here's a live shot of Washington, D.C., where skies are cloudy. The sleet and snow has now moved out of the area, though a few flurries are possible for the rest of tonight. That's the weak side of a newly named winter storm. The name is Carrie, and it was named because warnings are in effect for millions of people in New England. Here's a look at it right now, and we have just some light to moderate snow moving into eastern Pennsylvania. The rest of the rush hour in Philadelphia will be fine. Harrisburg has snow. That will let up here in just a matter of minutes. But once this storm moves east and redevelops off the coast near Boston, that's when the precipitation totals will increase. That's when it'll get windy, and some folks will have at least a foot of snow on top of what they've already gotten. Right now it's snowing in Baltimore. That'll be over in half an hour, my friend. Unfortunately, the timing is poor as we're right in the middle of rush hour. Syracuse with just very low